Welcome to the Global WarWatch Network. Forget everything you think you know about tanks. Europe is on the verge of deploying a battlefield monster that will redefine modern warfare. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a leap into the future, and we're breaking down the two contenders, the formidable Leopard 3 and the enigmatic MGCS, to reveal which one will become the iron fist of Europe. Europe finds itself at a critical juncture in modernizing its heavy land component. The return of high-intensity conflict on the continent has absolutely revived interest in main battle tanks, MBTs, and driven an urgent need for next-generation platforms. So the central question for our debate today is this. Given the geopolitical landscape, current technology advancements, and the sheer complexities of multinational defense cooperation, which path truly offers Europe the most viable and effective next-generation main battle tank capability? Is it the evolutionary Leopard 3 bridging solution or the, revolutionary main ground combat system, the MGCS? I firmly advocate for the Leopard 3 as the pragmatic, timely, and powerful upgrade Europe needs right now.
And I'll be champion in the MGCS. I think it's the necessary, future-defining system of systems that will secure Europe's land combat dominance for decades to come.
Okay, so my position is that the Leopard 3, sometimes called the Leopard 2AX or simply the bridging solution, represents the most realistic, immediate, and highly capable upgrade to existing fleets. It's designed to directly address Europe's urgent defense needs. Germany, through its BA-INBW, announced technical studies. This was back on February 5th, 2025, with KNDS Deutschland, Rheinmetall, and Hensoldt. So this isn't just talk. It's a clear, actionable path for introduction starting in the 2030s, with a service life of, around 25 years. This approach smartly leverages established industrial capacity and promises a robust, modern main battle tank far sooner than any alternative. And consider its enhanced lethality. Rheinmetall's new 130mm 52 caliber smoothbore gun, first prototyped in 2016, offers a 50% increase in kinetic energy over the current 120mm Leopard 2 gun. Think about that, a 50% jump. That's not just incremental, that completely rewrites the rulebook for tank-on-tank engagements and long-range precision, giving forces a decisive edge much sooner. This new weapon, it aims for high precision at 5 kilometers and requires a new autoloader and turret design backed by advanced multi-purpose ammunition, DM13 for qualification, DM11 multifunctional high explosive for infantry and light vehicles, and the DM23 kinetic energy round for tanks. We're also seeing improved fire control, automatic field adjustment systems from Hensoldt and KNDS Germany. These systems are designed to correct thermal influences on the gun barrel, from sunlight or repeated firing, which used to reduce precision and had to be done manually by the gunner. This frees up crew members, minimizes process time. KNDS Germany is also developing an alternative, a limp power pack, with a Leopard engine, significantly enhancing the Leopard 2's agility. And crucially, the Leopard 3 will integrate a combat-enhanced variant of Hensoldt's MUSS 2.0 multifunctional self-protection system, MUSS 2.0. It's lighter, smaller, detects a whole array of threats, wire and laser-guided missiles, tracer bullets, anti-tank grenades, muzzle flashes, even KE rounds, and it can jam incoming missiles. A further significantly improved version is planned, with the unique ability to detect optical signals based on the cat's eye effect that glint from enemy optics even if they're well camouflaged. These are concrete, tangible advancements ready or nearly ready for deployment.
Okay, I come at it from a different way. While the Leopard 3 certainly represents a capable evolution, it's exactly that, an evolution. It's not the revolutionary leap Europe, I believe, truly needs for future combat. The Main Ground Combat System, or MGCS, offers a system of systems approach. It fundamentally redefines ground combat for decades to come. It aims for maximum lethality, survivability, operational flexibility, moving beyond just incremental tank upgrades to a networked family of crewed and autonomous vehicles. This isn't just an aspiration, it's absolutely necessary for the 2040 battlefield. The MGCS, it's conceived as a complex network combining various next-generation offensive and defensive capabilities, built around a crewed heavy combat platform. But this larger family will include both crewed and autonomous vehicles, RCVs, robotic combat vehicles, operating as a single, cohesive formation, handling diverse tasks from maneuver, air defense, to reconnaissance and command and control. This isn't just about, combining different vehicles, it's a fundamental paradigm shift, away from the traditional concept of a single, all-powerful main battle tank. It's about designing resilience through distributed intelligence and redundant capabilities, acknowledging that in future conflicts, you can't just armor your way out of every threat. This future-proofing, it's critical. MGCS is designed to replace the aging French Leclercs by 2035 and the German Leopard 2 by 2030, with an estimated in-service date of, 2040-2045. Now, this longer timeline isn't a drawback. It's necessary for a truly revolutionary platform that can address future threats. As the U.S. Army Science Board report from August 2023 suggests, the M1 Abrams won't dominate the 2040 battlefield. Why? Because of increased lethality from what experts call near transparency in all domains. Essentially, a future where advanced sensor networks make it incredibly difficult for any large combat vehicle to remain hidden or untargeted. MGCS aims to fundamentally re-engineer combat to counter this. And this was also a vital Franco-German initiative, with Italy expressing interest to join, bringing significant know-how in electronics and sensors, and frankly, additional financial resources. The MGCS project company GmbH has already been established in Cologne, showing tangible commitment. And look at the lessons from the war in Ukraine. They're clear. Drone-corrected artillery, anti-tank guided missiles, ATGMs, mines, these are the main tank killers now, not primarily tank-on-tank engagements. MGCSS's emphasis on network systems, varied vehicle types, agility, sustainment, modularity. It's directly informed by these harsh realities. Though, yes, it's facing significant costs and crucial disagreements like the choice between the German 130mm and the French 140mm guns, like Nexer's Ascalon, the project was officially rebacked by French and German defense ministers in September 2023. They validated the military system requirements and are pushing for a start early next year. This is the strategic, long-term vision Europe needs.
I see why you emphasize that long-term vision, but let me give you a different perspective, perhaps a more grounded one. Europe's current MBT fleets face, well, let's be honest, low readiness, discontinued production lines, a serious investment drought. The Leopard 3 offers a concrete, robust solution with significant upgrades, that 130mm gun, the advanced MUSS, improved mobility that can actually be fielded starting in the 2030s. This provides critical protective mobility and firepower to fill those short to medium-term capability gaps. Are we really in a position to wait over a decade, maybe 15 years, for the MMGCS vision to materialize, given the immediate challenges our forces face today? Waiting until 2040, 2045 for MMGCS is simply, it's not viable, given the current geopolitical urgency. We need tangible assets on the ground, not just a distant vision on a PowerPoint somewhere.
That's a fair point about urgency, and I agree the immediate challenges are very real. However, the 2040 battlefield, as that U.S. Army Science Board warns, requires a fundamental shift, a shift where, and I quote, all of the M1's advantages in mobility, firepower, and protection are at risk. This near transparency means traditional heavy armor, even if you upgrade it, just becomes increasingly vulnerable. MGCS aims to create that system of systems, integrating crewed and autonomous elements, making it truly adaptable and resilient against these evolving threats we're seeing play out in Ukraine right now. There, traditional tank-on-tank fights are much less common than devastating attacks from drones and ATGMs. We even see the U.S. Army's M10 Booker, right? A lighter vehicle, 105mm gun, highlighting a different approach to mobile protected firepower that sacrifices some protection for mobility. This just shows the need for varied, integrated solutions that MGCS promises, not just a heavier, upgraded single tank. A Leopard 3, while impressive, ultimately remains, a single heavy platform.
My concern with the MGCS isn't just about the timeline, though that's a big part of it. It's about the very real risk of the project, while failing to materialize at all. These persistent disagreements within the MGCS project, particularly regarding the main gun, the German 130 versus the French 140, they've already caused repeated delays since it officially kicked off in 2017. These aren't minor squabbles, are they? They're fundamental choices. Couple that uncertainty with the historical failures of past Franco-German joint tank projects abandoned in 63 and 82, and the MGCS starts to look like a pretty high-risk venture. The Leopard 3, by contrast, offers a reliable, tangible step forward. It ensures European forces get modernized capabilities without these prolonged, uncertain waits. France itself facing a potential battle tank capability gap by 2035. They need a solution sooner rather than later, especially since they closed their tank assembly facility years ago. Can they truly afford to bank solely on MGCS actually delivering on time?
Well, I'm not convinced by that line of reasoning because, look, the complexities we're seeing are precisely because MGCS is a paradigm shift. The challenges of integrating advanced sensors, AI, robotics, networks, combat systems into a multinational framework, yes, they're significant, absolutely. But they are necessary. These aren't merely disagreements over details so much as they are foundational decisions for a truly revolutionary system. The very fact that political backing has consistently revived the project despite these hurdles signifies the strategic importance they attribute to its long-term vision. A vision for European strategic autonomy and industrial sovereignty. This isn't just about producing a new tank, it's about Europe leading in the future of land warfare, which inevitably comes with these kinds of development challenges. Let's turn to industrial cooperation and national interest for a moment. The MGCS project, despite its complexities, is explicitly designed to foster deeper European defense industrial cooperation. The goal is to create a single European MBT, replacing a continent currently operating, 14 different systems? That's inefficient. This collaboration, actively encouraging partners like Italy for its electronics and sensors expertise, strengthens Europe's overall defense technological and industrial base. And that's crucial for EU strategic autonomy. The establishment of the MGCS project company GmbH in Cologne, that demonstrates tangible progress toward joint development, which is vital for long-term strategic independence, rather than just buying off the shelf from elsewhere.
I'm sorry, but I just don't buy that it's simply about seamless cooperation. Let me tell you why. Germany's recent decision, participating in that multinational proposal for a main battle tank platform system with Italy, Sweden, Belgium for a European Defense Fund tender, that casts a very real shadow on the MGCS, doesn't it? It clearly indicates Germany is keeping multiple options on the table, perhaps signaling alternatives to France. This demonstrates a continued pattern, maybe unavoidable, of national industrial interests and diverging strategies within Europe, actively undermining the concept of a truly unified European MBT under MGCS. It kind of reminds me of France going its own way on projects while others formed cooperative groups, like with Panavia Tornado and Eurofighter Typhoon, often leaving joint initiatives struggling and fragmented.
That's a compelling argument, and it highlights the real-world tensions you always get in multinational projects. However, have you considered that such initiatives, while they seem competitive on the surface, might eventually merge or maybe contribute their advanced technologies to the broader MGCS vision? Germany might just be seeking to leverage broader European industrial capacity and funding, not necessarily to derail MGCS, but maybe to find the most efficient path forward for the core technologies that MGCS envisions. The fact remains that MGCS aims for an integrated system of systems that goes beyond just the main platform, right? It encompasses a wider industrial base across partner nations. This is about building a comprehensive future capability, not just one vehicle, and that broadens the scope for industrial involvement, potentially making it stronger in the long run.
Even if that were the case, the immediate effect is further fragmentation and delay, which I maintain Europe simply cannot afford right now. The current approach by some nations, buying off-the-shelf solutions from outside Europe, like Poland's acquisition of U.S. M1 Abrams, and Korean K-2 Black Panther tanks. That highlights both the urgency and the struggle to achieve unified European solutions. The Leopard 3 being an evolution of the widely exported Leopard family, which already represents, 47% of EU MBTs. It offers a far more cohesive and readily adoptable modernization path for many European countries. These nations already operate Leopard variants. They understand its systems. It fosters a more immediate and practical form of industrial alignment by building on what already exists. It's about practical progress now, not, theoretical convergence in a decade or two.
So, to summarize my perspective, the Leopard 3 bridging solution offers a powerful, technologically advanced, and crucially achievable path to modernizing Europe's main battle tank capabilities in the near to medium term. It builds on a proven platform. It directly addresses immediate operational demands with a tangible plan, providing essential, protected mobility and firepower in a rapidly evolving threat environment. While the MGCS is undoubtedly a grand vision, its inherent complexities, persistent delays, and internal disagreements, they make it a less certain solution for Europe's present and near-future defense needs. We need a capable solution on the ground soon, and Leopard 3 provides that.
That's an interesting point, though I would frame it differently. While the Leopard 3 is, yes, a vital upgrade, the MGCS, despite its ambitious timeline and the significant hurdles of multinational cooperation, it represents the essential future of land combat. It's not merely an upgraded tank. It's a revolutionary system of systems designed specifically to meet the fundamental challenges of the 2040 battlefield. This integrated approach, combining crewed and autonomous vehicles with advanced sensors and AI, is crucial for true strategic autonomy and, frankly, to avoid the obsolescence of traditional platforms in an era dominated by advanced sensors, drones, and precision-guided munitions. The investments and efforts in MGCS are vital for Europe to remain at the forefront of defense technology and to genuinely prepare for the conflicts of tomorrow, not just conflicts of today.
Right. So both the Leopard 3 and the MGCS reflect different yet critical approaches to ensuring Europe's future heavy land capabilities. Our discussion today, I think, highlights that tension between immediate defense needs and a long-term strategic vision, along with the undeniable complexities inherent in multinational defense industrial cooperation. Ultimately, the question of which will become Europe's iron fist, well, that's one the future will answer. And perhaps, a strategic combination of both approaches might be necessary to navigate the challenging landscape ahead. Thank you for joining us for this discussion on Europe's next-generation main battle tanks.
We appreciate your time and participation.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Global WarWatch Network.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts on this critical topic, so please share your perspectives in the comments section below and join us on social media. The links are provided in the description.